Macs are usually the preferred option when it comes to Windows versus Mac. Today's video, I'm going to show you how to retro emulate on a Mac. Stay tuned. Welcome to the channel, guys. As always, I'm the Revenge's Hammer, and stay tuned. It's going to be an epic one. Connect with me on Instagram or Twitter. So if you like some retro emulation, typically you need something like a Raspberry Pi or even a Windows PC. I'm going to show you how you can get this done on Mac OS. So option number one is if you want RetroBat. So RetroBat works flawlessly on a Windows PC, but you don't get this on a Mac. There is a workaround. So you have to install the sort of middleman software known as Wine, or I think they call themselves Wine HQ. I'm going to show you exactly where to download it. I'll link everything below. So you install Wine first, and then you can download RetroBat. Install RetroBat using Wine. It basically does all the conversions because of the different operating systems and the different hardware requirements. Just know that in order to install a Windows software on a Mac, you need to use an intermediate software to link the two. So it's called Wine HQ. I've tried it, it's not worked for me. I suspect it has something to do with me being on the latest Mac OS. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite game of all time. Option 2 is going to be OpenEmu. It just stands for Open Source Emulator. I've also installed this on both devices. They do work. However, I don't particularly like the front end. For those of you who are not sure what front end actually means, it's just the user interface that you actually navigate through in order to play whatever retro games you want. But OpenEmu works, tried and tested. However, you have to manually download each BIOS. The BIOS is simply back end for each game type. So whether it's MAME or whether it's an arcade or if it's a GBA, Game Boy Advanced, that's the BIOS. So the next option is obviously MAME. So MAME can't emulate everything. It can only emulate arcade games. So I've talked a bit about this in my previous video. Have a look up here. So if you want MAME, you can get it directly from the MAME website. Everything will be linked down below, so don't fret. And then the last option, which is also the most commonly used option, is of course RetroArch or RetroArch, depending who I say RetroArch. So RetroArch can be installed on so many different devices, as you can see. You can even install this on your PSP. So as long as you can install something like Steam, you can install RetroArch. And RetroArch is the go-to when it comes to this sort of emulation. I'm not going to go into the legalities of the ROMs or emulating. That you must do at your own discretion. However, piracy is obviously never condoned. So all you're doing is you're going to download your ROMs, your favorite ROMs, wherever they might be or wherever you get them from. You store them in the designated ROMs folder, and then you can use RetroArch to actually play those games. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a quick one. Hope it's helpful. Thanks so much for watching. As always, I'm the Revenge's Hammer, and I'm out.